Welcome to Beginning to Blend, a new Blender-centric video series focusing on two methods of modeling in Blender. I'm your host and guide, JoRaSe, and I hope you'll stick around for the duration of these videos. Welcome back to Beginning to Blend, a series by me, JoRaSe. Last time we did this nice flower model using the first of the two methods I'm going over with every major model we're doing here. Today we're going to do the second method, and let's go ahead and make sure our background image is loaded up. There we go. And now we're going to switch over to the second visible layer down here at the bottom. And what we're going to be doing this time is placing vertices and connecting them. So before we do anything, we need to go ahead and get our empty container, which is always a plane that we then hit the tab key on the keyboard to go into edit mode, and then delete everything, all the vertices. And delete can be done either by the X key or the delete key on the keyboards. So now we scroll in and start placing vertices. And to place vertices, hold down the control key, one left click, and then the A key to deselect everything. And just keep going, following that same pattern. Okay, we now have half of it done. So we're going to select it all with the A button and then hold down Shift and D to duplicate it, followed by the Enter key to lock it in place. And then we're going to mirror it on the Y-axis. So what we want to do is hit the Control and M keys and then the Y key and then Enter. And now we just grab and drag over, like so. And now we just fill these, or connect them all with faces. So being sure we have 4 vertices selected, we hit the F key to put a face in. And just keep going down. These last ones I'm not going to be including in the final, oh no, just getting ahead of myself on my design. Okay, so now we have the first front. So what we're going to do is grab everything with the A key, go into the side view with the 1 key on the numpad. And now we're going to duplicate this with Shift and D, slide it over on the X, which is the red axis. And now we want to flip the normals to where they're facing the right way. And then to do that, we hit the W key on the keyboard, and then we go down to Flip Normals and 1 click. Now we have the front and back of our flower petal. We just need to fill in the gaps in between these two sides. with faces, and it's just the same as it was before. The B key to go into box select to grab all the vertices, and then the F key to put the face in, and then the A key to deselect everything. Then B, F, A. B, click and drag, F, A. B, click and drag, F, A. And just keep going. Now let's go back into our front view. And we have one petal done. So what we're going to do is select the entire petal with the A key. We're going to duplicate it with Shift and D. Lock that in with the Enter key. Now we want to mirror it on the Z axis. So we can hit Control and M and Z. And the reason we're doing this is because the top and bottom petals are completely symmetrical. So why do we need to waste time redoing the entire thing? The one problem, though, is that when we mirrored it, it turned all the outward facing normals on this one inward. So to get it looking the way it should instead of like it does, you need to hit the W key and flip the normals. Now they're both facing the right way. And now we can grab them all again, duplicate them, and lock them in place with Enter. Then press the R key on the keyboard, and we want to rotate them around to match up this next set. And then we're going to do it one more time. So duplicate, lock in place with Enter, R key to rotate. And one last time, Shift and D, lock it in with Enter, or a left mouse click, and the R key to rotate. And there we go, we have all of our petals right like we need them. Now it's time to go in and add in our center part. So we're going to basically just trace out this circle. Wait, forgetting what I'm working on here. What we want to do is delete all of these faces here. So we select all of these inward faces on all of the petals, and now we delete them. And we only want to delete the faces, nothing else. Now we can go and put in faces in between each petal. Now, grab this entire ring, making sure we're in the front view. We want to hit the E key on the keyboard followed by the S key. This is going to make an extrusion, and the S key is going to allow us to scale it in, like so. Now we want to do this a minimum of 3 times. So we're going to do it one more time, and then one more following that. And now this last one, we're going to leave it open for the time being. Just grab the other 2, and now we want to go into our side view. And what we want to do is pull them out like so. Deselect, pull it out, deselect, pull it out. And now at this point we can extrude it one more time and pull this one out. And we want to merge these at the center, so we're going to hit the W key, merge at center. Deselect everything, and there we have our center point of our flower. Now we need to do the same on the back. But why reinvent when we can just duplicate and mirror? So we're going to duplicate it with Shift and D, mirror it on the X-axis, and just slide it all back. And of course we need to flip the normals. And now it's just a process of selecting this edge loop and this edge loop, hiding everything else. So we're going to hit the Control and I keys to select the inverse, and then the H key to hide. And now we want to fill in these with faces. And then Alt-H to unhide everything. Deselect everything with the A key. And now to begin work on the stem, we need to delete this middle one on the back. So just delete that vertice. And now we want to scale this in a bit more. So I would say about to there. And hit the E key to extrude it. And we want to give it a little bit of a rotation. And now just extrude it down again. Rotate it once more. And once we get to this point, we need to hit the S key to scale it. on the z-axis by a factor of 0, which basically flattens all the vertices out on the same line. Now we can just drag this down all the way to the edge of our stem on the reference image. And of course it needs to be moved over in the front view. We can go into Wireframe with the Z key. Now we need to get it lined up a bit more here. So let's go over to Tools on the left, and we want to add at least 2 loop cuts. So we click on Loop Cut and Slide. And now we're going to scroll up on the scroll wheel to get 2 loop cuts, and then press the left mouse button. And there we have our new edge loops. So now we can bring the first one down to about here and pull it in a little bit. Now the second one needs to come down to about there. There we have our stem. And I'm going to go into the side view and just grab these that we just put in and kind of push them forward a little bit. Kind of give it a little bit more depth on that angle so that it looks like this. Now the last thing we need is that leaf. So let's go ahead and get the vertices put in for the leaf. And whenever you're working from a reference image, trying to figure out where to put your vertices, the best advice I can give is wherever it looks like it's going to have a bend, that's where you need to put something. So now that I've got all that done, we can fill these in with faces. And now we want to add 1 loop cut down the middle. And actually we're going to do 2. No, we'll just do the 1. Now I go into the side view, and we want to slide it back, the 1 edge loop that we added. Get that put in, and now hit the Shift key, the Alt key, and then right click on each of the edge loops, like I just did. It's a fast way to select individual edge loops. And then we're going to duplicate this with Shift and D, lock it down with Enter. Go ahead and hit Control M, and we want to mirror it on the X-axis. And now we want to flip the normals, so W key and click on Flip Normals. Now, oh wait, no, I'm wrong. We didn't need to flip it. Or no, we did need to flip it, but we didn't need to mirror it. So make sure you've still got a mirrored copy. Slide it back on the X-axis. And now flip the normals. And now all that's left is filling in with faces. Now just hit the Z key to go into Wireframe and the B key to go into Box Select, and select the leaf, go into Side View and line up the leaf with the stem. Hit the A button to deselect it, the Z key to go into Shaded View, and the Tab key to go into Object Mode, because we are done. So there's your second flower. Let's just pull it over a little bit, and we will pull in the other one to compare. Two flower models. One using one method, the other using the other. That's all for this session of Polygonal Art with JoRaSe. If you enjoyed what you saw, how about giving this video a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos from me. In the video description below, you'll find my Patreon link. Feel free to check it out. Now, on to the credits.